course had me look in some areas to begin to develop what what I say is my responsibility as an elder. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the examples is the wisdom that is transferred from one generation to the other,
Mm-hmm.
um, through just statements. Money don't grow on trees. You know, different kinds of wisdom that is emoted, that is related, that stays with you, and you end up passing it to your legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So the legacy that was given to you sometimes get passed on by you. And what
Mm-hmm.
I noticed is that there were a few things that I didn't necessarily agree with, but I had noticed that I had passed them along as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
there was an opportunity for me to again be responsible for my speaking, be responsible that people will listen me a particular way because I am an elder. And
Mm-hmm.
so all of those things, um, as I said, kind of gotten amped up, ginned up, so that I'm much more aware of the responsibility that I have. Not that I didn't have it before, but it's like, yeah, if you're an elder, what are you really creating for a legacy for your future generations? And I don't know that I ever thought about that fully before I did this coursework and their influence. Coursework really had me look, um, from an elder perspective, as opposed to just a guy that is interested in empowerment and transformation.
Mm-hmm.
It's now given me another kind of hat to wear in terms of my looking. Where am I looking from? Where can I influence, and how do I influence?
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about it a little bit, just before you asked the question, in terms of the relationships. I think the course introduced me
Mm-hmm.
to the principles of eldership, and I don't know that I'll ever be a five.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm a work in progress. This whole conversation, responsibility, the responsibility, ownership, and accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Those are interestingly enough, those are three of the what I consider one of the most perspectives inside of the International Black Youth Summit, is
Mm-hmm.
having them, ownership, responsibility, and accountability. And so this course has given me those access to those areas as an elder,
Mm-hmm.
looking through the eyes of an elder. So it's kind of like the rose colored glasses. It changes the imagery that you end up seeing. And so this course has given me a different viewpoint, a different tint, a different perspective in terms of my looking, and is expanded it in the realm of being responsible, accountable, and owning elder as a place, and as a honorary place. I've always honored my elders, and so there's the kind of like, oh, but you're one now. It's an interesting place for me to discover myself, to begin to define it for yourself, as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to just bumping into it and hoping that it works, sort of with blinders on.
Mm-hmm.
This workshop opens up the whole perspective of, well, I know you had an idea of being an elder coming into this, but
Mm-hmm.
now that you're in it, now what's available? So that the workshop provides that widening angle, so that you
Mm-hmm.
can include all of the aspects of eldership that are possible. the other thing I wanted to add and let people know is that it's actually fun discovering your eldership
Hmm.
shipness.
Hmm.
But I think that's a great idea. I love the idea of having those kind of conversations.